I just left a voicemail for the Greenville group. It is right around 12:35 a.m. on Sunday, May 4th, 2025. Do you see anything? Yeah, neither do I, because I have the lights off. So nobody should be able to see anything, least of all anything that I happen to be doing in the privacy of my living space as I am doing it. And right now I'm simply lying on my bed trying to sleep. It's kind of late. I just had a long day. There's a leak under my sink that is damaging all of my property that is stored under that sink. It's also damaging the Greenville Group's own flooring all around the kitchen area. The water stinks and has a gritty, tacky, gluey feel to it. So I keep having to run it and try to flush out whatever contamination is in that water. I can only speculate as to the source of the contamination, but Greenville's own resident psychopath, a career criminal named Jasmine Irizarry, has admitted in writing on my social media page that she is the one who is putting boogers in the water and that she's not using a saddle valve, but that I should enjoy the boogers in my hair. She has also admitted in writing on multiple comments, again, made to my social media page, that she is using a directed energy weapon to electronically assault me, and that she has this weapon mounted on a tripod and is aiming it at my head. And the voicemail I just left for the Greenville group 5 minutes ago at 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, May 4th, 2025, pertains to the fact that even though I'm lying on my bed in the dark and nobody should have any knowledge of the fact of whatever I happen to be doing right now in the privacy of this living space, Irizarry has once again resumed her use of a directed energy device to electronically assault me while I'm lying on my bed trying to rest. I keep reporting and have reported in dozens of voicemail notifications and written notices to the Greenville group over the last few years that Irizarry has an extensive history of electronically assaulting me when I lie on my bed. Almost always when I lie on my bed on my back. For some strange reason, she has knowledge of what position I'm in when I'm on my bed, which corroborates Greenville's own admission to the use of surveillance devices in this living space. And she gets triggered when I lie on my back. For some strange reason, this sex offender psychopath, a hideously ugly, fat, stinking female, has an issue with me lying on my back on my bed. And right now, that's exactly what I'm doing. Even though it's dark, she obviously has some kind of knowledge of what I'm doing and has resumed her use of a directed energy weapon to electronically assault me when I'm lying on my bed, flat on my back, trying to rest in the middle of the night. This is not just a violation of the lease. It is physical assault. It is also attempted murder, because when you allow a psycho trash, sex offender, psychopath, career criminal like Jasmine Irizarry to engage in the use of a directed energy weapon within the premises of the building that you own, and I'm referring to the Greenville group here, they know exactly what she's capable of. They're the ones who are paying her to do it, obviously. Then they are complicit in attempted murder. Because when they allow a psycho piece of shit like Irizarry to electronically assault other tenants using a directed energy weapon, then that can cause an immediate reaction in the body of these other tenants, such as heart attacks, such as strokes, such as seizures, as an immediate result of the electronic assault that the Greenville group would then be directly responsible for. The Greenville group are the ones who are choosing to continue to place Jasmine Irizarry in this building. She is directly below in 76 right now, physically, because the slamming and banging has once again resumed directly beneath my bed over the last hour and a half or so while I've been lying on my bed trying to relax. And the slamming and banging always concurrently occur at the same time as a tremendous amount of smoke and fumes that start filling my living space. And then, lo and behold, you suddenly get blasted with the directed energy assault device that Irizarry herself has bragged about using in multiple written comments. That's a stupid psychopath. And most psychopaths are stupid because they literally think that their criminal activities and abilities are something to brag about. That's how delusional these pieces of shit are. They're so delusional that they literally have a signature move or a signature to their crimes. And that is a verifiable fact. Just look at serial killers. All serial killers are psychopaths. I'm willing to bet that Jasmine Irizarry is doing this not just to myself, but to other people as well. Not at the same time, obviously, unless she has multiple directed energy weapons and 5 hands. I'm assuming she can only use that on one person at a time. But because these devices have the ability to kill people if they're used at a certain intensity, then I'm willing to bet she has killed other people. Because this is really dangerous. She's aiming it at my head right now. So over the last hour, while I've been lying on my bed trying to rest, my head has felt like it's suddenly about to explode. This is not a headache. Headaches have a certain feel to them. This is not a headache. This is something that causes everything inside your head to feel as if about to explode, like the lid is about to pop off your head. Your eyeballs are about to pop out. Your ears are literally splitting. And then the sickening, nauseating pressure, because it's not a headache, it's pressure that feels like you're in an airplane that is rapidly ascending way faster than it should. It's called cabin pressure, but it's like 10 times that. Then it literally starts going down your entire body and you feel like you're being squeezed tighter and tighter and then also lit on fire. That is a directed energy weapon. Nothing else on the planet has that same exact feel and intensity. And the squeezing sensation is the tip off that it's a directed energy weapon. Nothing else on the planet can do that. I'm not being squeezed. I mean, I'm lying on a nice, comfortable bed with nothing around it. I don't have any electronic devices in my unit. I don't have a router. I got rid of it in 2018 because I thought my router was the source of the electronic assaults that I kept experiencing. I didn't know what a directed energy device was in 2018. I simply knew that there was a lot of high EMF activity in this unit and that the EMFs were not coming from my router because I got rid of the router. So again, I just left the Greenville Group a voicemail. They know what they're doing. They know that they are permitting Jasmine Irizarry to access or basically stay on the premises of this building. I have no idea if they have a lease for her or not, or officially recording her as a tenant, but they continue to permit that piece of shit to access the premises of their property, which is the 5 Union Ave building here in Jamaica Plain. They are allowing her to do this. And usually when they're allowing her to do this, it's because they have a vested interest in having her do this. And they're obviously the ones behind all of her activities. She's a severely disturbed piece of shit. She would not be able to do this without some type of a handler telling her what to do and making her think that it is perfectly legitimate. And that's why she brags in writing on social media about what she's doing, because she thinks it's okay. That's a crime. And if I happen to end up in the hospital because of this, the Greenville Group will be sued for millions of dollars by my family. And that's why I make these videos, so that if something does happen to me as a result of these constant electronic device assaults that Irizarry herself has admitted to using in written comments on my social media page, of which I have screenshots, then at least the Greenville Group will be held responsible for Irizarry's homicidal behavior and actions. When you take a directed energy weapon and you aim it at somebody's head, as she has admitted to doing in writing, then you are committing attempted murder, because you don't know if that person's going to have a stroke or some other type of adverse brain event like a seizure as a direct result of the electronic assault that you are deliberately engaging in towards that person. So the Greenville Group will be responsible for anything that happens to me as a result of these electronic assaults. And right now I can't even speak, because obviously when you're getting blasted in the head for an hour and a half by a directed energy device, your brain gets a little fuzzy temporarily. And obviously that's what they want, but it doesn't last long, because thank God I was born with a fantastic brain and it doesn't stay down for very long. They're stupid, and stupidity is its own punishment, as evidenced by, the Greenville Group's multiple failed attempts at taking me to court, at filing certain baseless, completely retaliatory, frivolous legal actions against me. They're just insanely stupid, and that's just too bad for them. And so is Irizarry, their paid criminal fixer that has bragged to what she's doing in writing on social media. Stupid criminals, all of them. And this is just a RICO case waiting to happen, as I keep saying. And that's why they're using this directed energy device to electronically assault me. And of course, the Greenville Group is behind this. Oleg Aleseyev is a property manager. I'm sure he has knowledge of everything that Irizarry does within the four walls of his building. The Kritnik family are behind this. They're the ones who are sponsoring Jasmine Irizarry in this building. That's a fact. Every time I call the office and say that Irizarry is in the bathroom of 78 or smoking up a storm in the bathroom of 78, they say, "Oh, is she targeting you? We'll call the owners and let them know." So the owners, a Russian family called the Kritniks, with strong accents relating to the fact that they are not from this country and probably do not like the United States very much and have some sort of a agenda, a political or social agenda towards the area where they own these buildings. Doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that there's a connection between Oleg Aleseyev, the Kritniks, and some type of Russian conglomerate that they're part of back in their homeland. Let's put it that way.